No New York media.
Still got me.
You're not even media
Yeah.
anymore. I'm gonna have to get you some green clothes.
There's a little bit of green in there.
There's no green in there.
You want to start with an opening statement for Grant?
Well, you know, I'm waiting for your directions. That's your job, right? You want me to do that too? That was a good ball club. You know, a lot better than they won 3 straight. Took Georgetown into overtime at Georgetown. Good ball club. So and individually good and strong. They were like 23 years old. Most of them graduate seniors. Tough for an 18-year-old Micah and Jacob. And Wyatt's 19, but that's a tough task. But I thought we played well. Of course, we had the leadership of Andy, Tavion, and Cam, who have seen the wars. So good ball game. It's good to come out with a win, and got a quick turnaround here Monday. Chicago State, similar type of team. So we're going to have to be ready. Very physical and got athletes at all positions.
Coach, talking about that after the under 4 media timeout in the first half, you guys really got on us really low. That was really the momentum change in this ball game between for you and Coppin State. How big was that heading into halftime and then that momentum and pushing through the entire
Well, we hadn't played zone all year, so I hadn't seen it, and that's about the time we broke into the zone. We got a few stops, and then we came down on the other end and scored. So we were pressing them at the time. We had a little full-court press and fall back into the zone. Second half, they started busting out when we had to come out of the press, just set back in the zone. And you know what? Our big guys adjusted well because we haven't practiced much about a pick and roll against our zone and trying to get our big, who we've told to stay back in the lane. We had to change. We had to adjust, get him up. So we stopped that guard penetration early and then get their hands down, and we got a few deflections. I think we had 20 steals or something like that. Had a good number. What do we have? No, we only had 12 steals, but it's a pretty good number, really. And so I thought they adjusted well. They listened, and then they went out and performed without a lot of practice with it. So that was the key to it, is we switched. And then, you know, it's always easier. When you're getting stops, it's easier to play offense. And when you're scoring on the offensive end, it's easier to play defense. It's funny. So it worked out pretty well.
You've talked at length about trying to get Obina going. He finally breaks out, and it started early. I think first possession of the game, he had a deflection for a steal. It goes the other way, grabs a rebound, and it seems like those are the type of things that really get him going too.
Well, it's really rewarding as a coach when you challenge a young man and he steps up. And we've challenged him. You know, he rested a long time at where were we last game at Miami, and then he comes in here and you know, got to have you got to start stepping up. You know, that pine's going to be glue on your butt now if you're not careful. So you know what, he stepped up. I'm proud because he's such a great young man. You always want success, really, for all of them, but he's been here for a while, and you want to make sure that he's successful and enjoys playing here.
Tay looks so much more comfortable with his outside shot because it seems like it's more in rhythm with the basketball moving at the pace that it is.
Well, I'm going to give Jimmy Clayton. He worked with Jimmy Clayton this summer some, and Jimmy's a positive guy, talks a lot. But I like that. You know, he's positive and he's got energy. And Tavion's got a lot more confidence this year. I think the whole thing, our whole atmosphere here at Marshall has changed. It's much more upbeat. COVID is kind of in our rear view. Our administration has set in now, and you can feel their energy. And that, you know, people don't understand how your players don't play in a vacuum. They play in a school setting, and if that school setting's not right, it's hard to get the top, and it's such a sliver between winning and losing. And it's hard to get that top shelf if everything's not right all the way through. So I want to thank Brad and Christian for what they do and the energy that they brought to the university. And we're trying to match it and see if we can't get our team to perform for them and help them be successful.
Coach, talking about your opponent Monday night, Chicago State, D1 independent, they're going to be moving to D3 next year. how do you try to keep you guys from not getting complicit of like, oh, this is a team that's stepping down a massive step and heading on a short?
Well, normally when you step down, it's not about your play, it's about the money. And they still got some good athletes, Division I athletes. But you know what? If we come out and do our thing, it's really not about them, it's about us. And we go come out and do what we do. We're long, we got good legs, young people, you know. But this is 5 and 7 days maybe or something like that. No,
3 days,
4,
3 and 6.
3 and 5, and
4 and 8. Yeah.
4 and 8.
Yeah, it'll be 4.
That's a lot of playing for young guys, but you know what? They'll come out, they'll have a light lift tomorrow morning, and then they'll come in and we'll do some shooting, do film work. The coaches one's got to work. I got to get up 6 in the morning, get on the film and stay with it for, you know, it takes about 4 or 5 hours to prepare for a game. So, you know, we'll try to get the game film ready and see what we can do. See if we clean up what we did do this game, and then we move on to Chicago State. So looking forward to it. These guys are fun to coach. A referee came by and said, man, your team is one of the easiest teams to referee. They're so fundamentally sound. So you know what? I appreciated that. And not for me, but for the kids and for my staff. I got a good staff that works hard. So, you know, this is a pleasure. I hope people enjoy it. Let's fill the stands. We got to get better as a team, and we got to get better people in here. We got to get 8,000, 7,000, like when I played, when I remember. So get in here and let's root this team and see what we can do. And congratulations. I think our football team won. So congratulations. It's not over. What score?
Last I saw was 23-10. We've still got the ball.
23-10, it's over. Tell them to leave the court, field rather. We won. So congratulations to Coach Huff and his fellows. They're playing a lot better too. So it's just a better feeling. And all of us win together. That's the biggest thing. If everybody's winning around you, it's easier to win for yourself. And so I think that's kind of the atmosphere that we have here. And see if we can't make Marshall proud. Is that it? All right.
Thanks, George.
Thanks, Coach.
Should thank Fisher too. He was